Hola! This is Fibertown. Welcome! My name is Emily. I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry. And if you are a first-time viewer, this is not my typical setup. I am along for the ride on a trip to Spain. We are here for 6 weeks. My husband is working here. My children are with me, and I have a rare hour in which to record. And it is overcast, which is shocking here in Dorcal, which is right outside of Granada, Spain, and Andalusia, which is the southern part of Spain, one of them. And yes, everyone has walked to the village to get some ice cream, and I'd rather stay here and have a wee splash of vino blanco with you guys. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This place is amazing. Amazing. I will take you on a walk around. It's just like a rabbit warren of wonders here. We are staying in sort of a compound. Let's see, there are 5 small houses. They're all interconnected by paths and gardens and patios, and there are 2 pools, and we're on a cliffside. You can see the mountains, some of the mountains, the hills behind me. When the sun goes down, those hills go from gray to red. It's amazing. The west is over there, so the sun hits them and it's just... It's a beautiful place, and I haven't been here in almost 20 years. Actually, yeah, almost 20 years to Andalusia and to Granada. And the last time I was here, I fell down some castle stairs. I probably mentioned this at one point, and spent the rest of my trip in a wheelchair or on crutches. So tomorrow we are going back to the scene of that crime, and I will be walking very carefully down the stairs. Because I'm known for breaking my feet, apparently. Alright, so welcome. I am on the patio that is connected to our little house. It's just so lovely here. I am just right out of the pool. I have my muumuu on. There is no getting dressed after siesta for me, unless we have to go out, so it's pretty much what I'm wearing. Siesta. If you have a chance to come to Spain, make sure you take a siesta. I know you want to see things, but nothing really happens between the hours of 2 and 8 or 9 anyway, so. Okay. The Summer of S is happening, and I just saw an Instagram picture from Swensti, Sarah, who has the Fibertrek podcast, and she's got a Summer of S thing going. And Sarah Pomegranate, you got to put your spinning in my Summer of S. Anything with an S that you can explain as being a work in progress. It can be an old whip, it can be a new work in progress. Slap it on in the thread, and everything goes in one thread for the Summer of S. And every post is eligible for a prize, and I will tell you more about that when I get back to the States, which will be the end of July, early August. So we have about 1 more week in this spot. Then we're going to Madrid for 1 night only. And my mother is coming in. We're picking her up at the airport, and phase 3 of our trip starts. Actually, phase 4. So the weather here has been lovely. I hope the wind isn't ruining the sound quality. It's been ruining my drop spindling outside, let me tell you that. In the evenings when I like to drop spindle, I'm plying some stuff right now for Tour de Fleece. Those singles are getting blown all over the place, and it's just not working out for me. So I will show you what I've done though. Okay, I have show and tell. I have 1 work in progress. I have spinning and just some other miscellaneous stuff. Miscellaneous. And excuse me while I do 1 more make 1 on my work in progress, which is this bit of lovely fabric here. And I'll put this down and show you what I have for show and tell, which is an FO. I've finished 2 pairs of socks on this trip. Now I didn't knit 2 pairs of socks, but I finished the pairs. Last week it was my Lollipop Yarn socks. This week it is my Collie Wobbles. They are both done. They look teensy tiny. I wear a size 7 shoe. These really stretch a lot, and they have not been blocked, so they fit my feet just fine. They've got the heel that I love, bottom of the heel gusset, and they've wobbles in the collies right there. And these are out of Enchanted Knoll, some sort of sock yarn. It's a lovely sock yarn. I think it's going to be a workhorse. And I wish I had these blocked because I think that would show them off really well. But the colors on this are just amazing. Common Grackle, Enchanted Knoll Farm. Farm or Farms? I can't remember. I won this yarn on a podcast knit-along from Knit One Heart 2. You know, they haven't popped up lately in my feed. I wonder what's up. Just thought of that. If I haven't popped up lately in your iTunes feed, it's because it's been complicated computer-wise here. We have internet at this location. We didn't at the last. I had to go to the Village Square to upload to YouTube, and I'm using my husband's computer. He doesn't have the same software that I do, and so couldn't get the right file size, and it would take like 5 days to upload to iTunes. So no, that didn't happen. But I have some hopes that it will happen here. The Wi-Fi is not fast, and with 18 people using it, it gets even slower. But we'll see. I hope to get these back up to iTunes, and including this one. I now have 3 episodes to make sure to get up, and on my Hipcast site and iTunes. So, okay, one work in progress at the moment, but I think that's going to change soon. I have a hankering for more. But I have cast on the Viajante. Yeah, this was cast on last time I talked to you guys, by Martina Baim, and it is, let's see, Viajante in Spanish, Viajante in Portuguese. I think it's appropriate for this trip that I cast one on. So I have finished the garter stitch portion. I have joinage in the roundage, which happened back here. There's a bit of a seam here where you do some decreases every other round. And let's see, I'm onto the stockinette. And this is my Soup to Nuts Fin Sheep yarn, and it is in, oh, I don't know what this colorway is called. I should give it a colorway name. What was that? Dream and Color had a colorway, they might still, that reminded me of this a bit. It was called Cloud Jungle, and it was sort of dark browns and dark blues, I think. So it's really hard to show it off well, but I consider it almost a neutral. A dark blue, a navy blue, midnight blue, they're kind of neutrally to me. I think they go with a lot. So, as the fat squirrel says, this is a Schwancho. And I do hope that that neck blocks out a bit more. Ta-da-da! I think it will. Yeah. There. Sarah Pomegranate, would this qualify for your asymmetrical? Oh, it's already in progress, so maybe it won't, but it's kind of asymmetrical, don't you think? She has the Yarns at Yin Hu podcast, and I think it's starting in August, she has a knit-along for asymmetrical patterns. Okay, that's it for my works in progress. I'd hoped to have a lot of time yesterday to work on this. We were supposed to drive to some villages that are very, very remote. And little history of Granada. Tune me out if you want to. This was the last place that the Moors, or the North Africans, inhabited in Spain. From about 700 AD to 1492, most of Spain was under Arab rule, and a lot of the architecture and infrastructure and education, agriculture, is heavily influenced by Arabic, even the language. So, especially around here, because this was the last place that was under Arab rule. And in 1492 is when the last, the Caliph or I don't, I'll find out more tomorrow. My memory's a bit hazy, but this was the place where they last left. And that was the time of Ferdinand and Isabella, the Catholic kings, who made sure everybody had to convert back to Catholicism if they hadn't already. At any rate, there were some who did not want to do that, so they took to the mountains, and the highest villages in Europe are these villages. In fact, they're higher than anywhere in Switzerland, and as my husband says, that's because the Swiss aren't crazy. They built their villages in the valleys. Okay, the Spaniards, yes, they're a little crazier. They're known for their, like, their risque behavior as far as life and death kind of goes. So they built their villages at 10,000 feet. No, I think this one is maybe 8,000 feet. I can't remember, but it's the highest village in Europe. We didn't make it there. The students made it, but one of them had a massive nosebleed requiring an ER visit. So I hope to get there maybe one day this week. But it's, I don't know, it's maybe 30 miles away. It takes over an hour to get there because it's switchback roads the whole way. So very remote, whitewashed villages, and these villages were there for 300 years without the rest of Europe knowing about them. So they're very interesting in that they evolved differently from other parts of this area. So I'm excited to get there. I have seen a lot of sheep down in this, it's kind of a massive ravine surrounded by mountains. There's a river, I can't remember which one, and I hear sheep, flocks of sheep all the time, but they're hidden from view by vegetation. So I hope to get a better view. So yeah, that bit of Spanish wool that I found in the Roman ruins up north, I can't find it. It has gone. I'd hoped to be able to show you because it was interesting. It was a dual-coated sheep. It had hair, it had down. So definitely not, you know, a low micron count. But lovely nonetheless, and I'm sad that it's gone. But who knows, maybe in some of these remote villages I'll be able to get off the beaten path and find me some flocks of sheep. Although, they've all been shorn. Everything I've seen is practically a naked sheep. Alright, so let's see, spinning. I have some. It's all Gourmet Stash. And I have one of her Muse-inspired, the band Muse, Muse-inspired colorways on my bead roll. Oops, what's going on here? Okay. This is black with pops of chartreuse and turquoise and teal and pink. It's lovely. It's really much more beautiful in person. It's just a delight to spin. So it's spinning up very poofy. It's got lots of air in it. I've just barely started the ounce and got a lot on there already. I really do a woolen spin on these spindles, so they do tend to be airy. My other spin is in the plying stage, and sadly the wheel at our other house couldn't get it to function, and excuse me, I need a drink. I fixed the treadle on this ancient wheel. It was made of pine and it was cracking and needed oiling so badly. I replaced the drive band. I tightened the treadle attachment. I could not get it to take up properly. And the reason was, I believe, is because the flyer only turned once for every 4 or 5 wheel rotations. So that wasn't happening. I was hoping I could ply this yarn on that wheel, and I'm not enough of a wheel mechanic to know how that could have been fixed. There could have been a part that was missing. I don't think so. But what was really interesting is that the wool that was on there was recycled. It was very curly-Q, so it had been frogged, and there was even a part of it that was still in the ribbing state. So I don't know if it was put on there for, you know, decorative purposes. I don't know. At any rate, I couldn't use that wheel to ply, so I have 2 plying balls of my Gourmet Stash Lucky Charms. How cute they are. They're so full of sari silk and sparkle. So much fun. Squish, squish. So, have them in teacups. And I have them on my trindle with the lovely little, it's a mess right now, the lovely little green skulls. There they are. The green skulls. So, it's getting there, but I'd rather be outside. I know the Tour de Fleece started yesterday, and I have yet to do much spinning today. I've got to get my spinning going. It's going to be a very fine plied yarn. I'm noticing some spots I may have to rework. Sorry to look at that. Okay, looks like when the ply twist wasn't strong enough in one of the parts. I'll put you over here. Okay, what else do I have to talk to you about? There's really not much. Short episode, although I will show you around the place. What is left of the yarn I took with me? A lot of you have mentioned that you've been surprised at my productivity here. It hasn't been that impressive, but I still do have my linen. Hitofude, I think, is what's going to be cast on next. If I feel like another pair of socks, I've got my Soft Kitty by Fiber Nymph. And if I feel like another shawl, I'm thinking that these two want to be together in a shawl. It's Malabrigo sock and another Crafty Girl in Gamut. Always make me so happy. Okay, that's it, folks. So let me turn you off, and I will join you again in a bit with some views of, this is called El Valle. See you in a bit. Blah, blah, blah. Too much wine. See you in a bit. Hey, it's me again. I wanted to show you the observatory here. It's an actual high-powered telescope. I saw Saturn last night with all its rings, as well as the moon, the North Star, Mars, a couple of nebulas. It was amazing. The guy who owns the place is a passionate amateur of astronomy. So, let's see. I'll get you a little up close. And hopefully you'll be able to hear some of the sheep noise. I heard it just a minute ago. So it is a cloudy day. There is the pool down there. The hills. There's me. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna walk you. It's our rental car. We got upgraded to an SUV for free. Which has turned in handy when we've had 6 students to transport. Okay. It's my little house. Some more of the view, hopefully you can see. That is a clementine tree down there. Some wisteria. Smells like lavender. Carefully going down the stairs. Teensy tiny little path. Look at the gardening here is amazing. Look at that trunk. I don't even know what that is. There's the laundry place, one of them. Vines, it's like being in a jungle. Let's see. This is one of our big patios with a beautiful view. One of the barbecues. Over here is another house, another patio. I'm going to try to not trip going down the stairs. Look at that bougainvillea. I think that's what it is. These are, let's see, I think they're clementines. Yep. Those are clementines. They're green right now, but if you scratch and sniff, you can tell what they are. Little fountains, little cactus garden. I love that patio over there. It's covered in vines that shade it. And let's see, some big palms. Someday I want to come back and sleep in this one. This has a beautiful view. It's just very cozy. Oh, wait a minute. Look. I should pick that lemon. It's ready. Let's see. And maybe not. Oh, there we go. It smells lovely. I'm gonna just set it here. There's the pool again. Some grapes. This is the mint patch back here. I have no idea if this is even going to be viewable, but it's lovely, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So yeah, my house is up there. What else let me show you the view over here. This is another house where some of the girls are sleeping. See the terraced gardens across the way? Kind of interesting. Look at the lemon tree, the lemons on the ground there. They're just too many. People can't keep up with them. Oh, I wanted to show you the pomegranates. Anyway. I can't hear any. Oh, there's some sheep in the distance. Some baas. And what sounds like a goose honking too. So the south is pretty vibrant as compared to little villages in the north. There are a lot more young people here. Although the unemployment is shockingly high at like 51%. Not a good situation. There we go. This is a small pomegranate. See those little baby pomegranates? Aren't they adorable? So, I think that's about all I can show you other than this one last patio, one last house. And this last place is where we have our meals mostly. I love this. Somebody has transplanted succulents into the trunk of this palm tree. Pretty cool. Okay, this is our little... Oh, it doesn't smell very good here. What's going on? Whew. Oh, let's see. That's another kind of tree, it's a fruit tree. Oh, that's a pomegranate tree. See, the pomegranates have rotted up there? So much fruit. There's a nice big fig right there. The figs are practically considered weeds around here. Little path that goes down to some of the garden patches. And over here is the other teeny tiny pool and the other house with the leavings from our lunch cleanup right there. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed a little trip around this place, which is, you know, we are very lucky to be here. And grateful to talk to you all today. And I hope you're having a fantastic summer. And I hopefully will speak with you again before I leave Spain. Nos vemos.